So as you come to your mat, hopefully trying to just let the distractions, any of the noises and the sounds around you kind of pass away. And tapping into your breath here. Just being aware of how your body feels. So we've spoken a little bit about some of the emotions I've been processing over this past weekend. Obviously anger, some guilt, some frustration, all of these things. And sometimes we hold these emotions in our body, in our hips, in our shoulders, in various other places. So as you sit here on your mat, just trying to soften, trying to let the breath allow you to release. Maybe you begin to take a Ujjayi breath if you want to build a little bit of heat here. So inhaling deeply through your nose. And exhaling through your nose as well. So the breath begins to become audible. Maybe it sounds like the waves of the ocean. And you can continue to develop the breath here, maybe thinking about an intention for tonight's class. So as I've mentioned, obviously this class is dedicated to the idea of, promoting equality, promoting love of all, and civil rights for all people, regardless of their skin color. And so I want to start us off tonight with a poem by Cleo Wade. The world will say to you, we need to end racism. Start by healing it in your own family. The world will say to you, how do we speak to bias and bigotry? Start by having the first conversation at your own kitchen table. The world will say to you, there is too much hate. Devote yourself to love. Love yourself so much so that you can love others without barriers and without judgment. So maybe that allows you to set an intention for this evening, trying to transform that rage and that kind of retributive anger into something a little bit different, maybe into outrage, political action, loving our neighbors differently or perhaps more deeply than we did before. We'll take 2 more grounding breaths here. And as you're ready, beginning to open the eyes, we'll quickly begin to make our way into the hips. So I'm going to walk my fingers out in front of me, coming onto my forearms. I currently have my legs in a half lotus. So the one heel is crossed on top of the other knee. If that's not available in your body, feel free just to take a comfortable seat to take a Sukhasana shape of the legs. One more breath here, head can be really heavy. And as you're ready, beginning to walk back up, we'll switch out our legs here. So now I'm putting right leg in front. Just switch so that you have balance in your legs. If half lotus doesn't feel good, again, any shape that feels appropriate so you're balanced from side to side. So whichever leg is on top, you usually feel the stretch in that hip. Take 3 full rounds of breath here. And beginning to make your way out. So we'll quickly come to hands and knees. So finding your tabletop shape at the front of the mat. If at any point you feel like you're having trouble hearing me tonight, feel free to unmute yourself and let me know. I'm practicing with an air conditioner on tonight, so I'm not sure what the acoustics will be like. So we'll begin taking some simple cat-cows here, allowing the belly to soften first, the chest shines forward through the arms, gaze high. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, press the ground away, gaze back at the space between the knees. Inhale, chin up, chest up, seat up. And exhale, angry cat. Two more just like that. Feel free to do anything else you need. So this might just feel like a really nice ab stretch. And then we'll meet in our neutral spine here. So just letting the spine come back to its natural curve. Begin to hover the right knee up off the ground. So letting it come to the place behind the right wrist, and then swinging it out to the side. So I'm taking mine clockwise at present for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna take that in the opposite direction for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that knee back down to the earth. Just one cat-cow to rinse it out. And then here, floating the left leg up off the ground. Inhale, circling out, this time going counterclockwise for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Opposite direction. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. So we're strengthening and stretching the hips there. We'll tuck our toes behind us and make our way to our first downward facing dog of the day. So take your time to get there. Move nice and slow. The head can be nice and heavy. And then gaze at the space between the 2 feet. Maybe pedal out the heels here. With your next round of breath, shift forward, find a high plank for just a moment. So we just want to make sure that we're not dropping our belly down really low into an up dog shape. We want to have this nice kind of strong core. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Keep the hands and feet glued down and shift just the hips back. Head follows and it hangs heavy. We'll take that one more time just so we can find the right placement for our down dog. Hi, little kitty cat. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Press back, down dog. And then beginning to walk forward, finding our Uttanasana, our forward fold at the top of the mat. So you can grab for opposite elbows here. Let the body shake from side to side. And then release the hands down to the earth. Inhale, find a halfway lift. So today you might be going up a little bit higher, especially if you have an active weekend. Hands can come to the knees. Shift the weight forward into the balls of the feet so the hamstrings open up. Exhale, pull down. One more flat back. So we'll get into the hamstrings a lot more in class. I said we're working towards half split or full split today. So prepare to stretch those a little more. Round on through the feet, maybe bend the knees, reach up or rise up. Hands can come to the center of the chest. We'll move through a classical sun salutation. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hinge, hold all the way down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the right foot back, drop the right knee and tuck the toes. Inhale, arms reach high. Maybe bending a little bit more into that left knee. So I like to have my left knee stacked right over my heel. If you need to wiggle your foot forward to make that available, do that. One more breath. Release the hands down to the earth, step to high plank. You can drop knees, chest, and chin, baby cobra. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take your time to get there. We'll take a full round of breath here. Exhale, release. Inhale, right leg reaches. Step the right knee through. Drop the left knee and tuck the left toes. Inhale, arms reach high. Again, 3 full rounds of breath here. With our next breath, the hands plant, back toes tuck, step forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deep fold. Ground down, reach up, rise up. Hands come back to prayer at the center of the chest. We'll take it on the left side with a variation. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold down, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot steps back. Drop the knees, toes untuck. Inhale, arms reach high. So we're gonna move to half split here since we're gonna be working through the hamstrings tonight. So allow the hips to stack right over the knees, and then begin to shift the body forward. Maybe just staying right here, just sending the chest and chin forward, or if you have the ability, maybe letting the hands come down to the earth. So we'll take 3 breaths here. Find any shape that feels safe for you. We don't want any pain here in the right leg. With your next breath, then back into that right knee where arms reach high. High plank, fallen Padmasana. And drop knees, chest, and chin, cobra. You can always skip these modified chaturangas if they feel like too much and meet us in down dog. 1 full breath here. Exhale. Inhale, left leg high. Bend the knees, step it forward. Right knee down, toes untucked. Inhale, arms reach. With our next breath, half split on this side. So Ardha Hanumanasana. Flexing through those left toes. And folding forward. So you might find a little bit of a different place on this side. Sometimes you have more tension in one leg than the other. I know for me, this side is a little easier. So just be aware that there's going to be a little asymmetry. With our next breath, bend back into the left knee, arms reach. Exhale, hands plant. Step your back foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold down. Root the feet, reach the arms high. Hands come to prayer. Moving into sun salutations in A. Again, if the chaturangas feel like too much, you can always skip them and just breathe in down dog, building that endurance in the shoulders, but also strengthening our core. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step to high plank. Knees, chest, chin, or high plank down to low. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. We'll stay here for 3 full rounds of breath, nice and slow. 3, 2, and 1. Gaze forward, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, deepest fold, Uttanasana. Heels press down, arms reach up. Hands come back to the center of the chest. Another just like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands. Chaturanga Dandasana or down dog. You pick. This time we'll take 4 breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, step or float forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, deep fold. Round down, reach up, rise up. One last sun egg. Maybe you take this one with closed eyes. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold. Exhale, gaze forward, chest lifts. Exhale, hands plant, step back, high plank to low. Exhale. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. This time, 5 breaths. Just building that stability, building our strength in our arms and legs. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, nice long spine here. Exhale, deep fold. Inhale, reach up, and hands come back to heart center. So we're gonna take 2 rounds of Sun B, 1 slow and then 1 to tempo with our breath. So just find a place that feels good for you when you come into a chair pose. So I'll turn this way so you can see. Some people like a wider stance, so you can sink down here. If that doesn't feel comfortable in your body, you can always draw the knees together, have the toe points together, and there's a little gap between the heels. Inhale, find your chair. Tuck your tailbone down so we're not sticking the bottom out. And allow the chest to be nice and proud. Maybe the thumbs come together overhead. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward over straighter legs. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, vinyasa or right to down dog. Step the right hand behind the right wrist. Let that left heel come down, warrior 1. This time we're here for 3 breaths. So take a moment to find this shape. Shoulders square forward, hips square forward. Hello, kitty cat. The right toes point forward. Left toes point to the top left corner of the mat. Last breath. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. In your down dog, step your left leg forward. Find 3 breaths in warrior 1 again here. Last full breath. Hands return to the mat. High plank to low, exhale. Upward facing, downward facing. Take 5 rounds of breath. Two more breaths here. And as you're ready, come forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, arms reach high. Exhale, stand tall. We'll do 1 more Sun B, going right there. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Vinyasa through or skip it. Right leg steps, arms reach high, and on your exhale, go right back into Chaturanga, or move to down dog. Down dog. Warrior 1, left foot forward. Arms reach. Hands back down. Last vinyasa here. Last 5 breaths. If you need to drop the knees, feel free to do that. And 4. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, arms reach high. We're gonna sink our hips a little bit lower. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sink a little bit lower. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit down on your mat. Take a drink of water. Wipe some sweat. Usually I would do abs there, but it's just way too hot today, in my opinion, in my 3rd floor attic. And then we'll just meet back at the top of our mat. As you're ready, take your time to get there. All right, so just returning to your mountain pose once you feel like you're done that little break. And we're gonna move right into down dog. So if stepping to down dog feels like a better choice, great. If you wanna practice another vinyasa, also an okay option. All right, from here, right leg lifts high, fan the hip open. You can take some hip circles, some knee circles, anything that feels good. I'm just gonna just straighten and unstraighten the leg. Or bend and unbend the knee might be more appropriate. And then step my right foot through, coming into my low lunge, my Anjaneyasana again. So we've been in this shape before, but we're returning to it to continue working on the hamstrings and opening up the hip flexors. All right, from here, we're gonna shift right back into that half split. We're gonna do this with a dynamic movement. So inhale, come forward, reach the arms high. Exhale, fold to your deepest. Move nice and slow. 4 more like that, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Last one. We'll come right back up here. No need to lift the arms because we're going to come into a crescent lunge. So crescent lunge, we're going to tuck our left toes behind us and hover our left knee up off the earth. If for some reason that doesn't feel safe in your body, keep the left knee dropped down, but we're building strength in the left ankle by coming up. So your choice here. And then from there, the arms can reach high. We'll just take 3 rounds of breath here. Our next shape, we're going to come into standing split. So take any variation that feels good for you. If you have a block at the front of the mat, that'll bring the ground a little closer. Otherwise, hands can plant just forward up the right foot. And then bring the left foot in. Maybe it's just 1 inch up off the earth. Maybe you lift it really high, your choice. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that foot down. We're going to come up, finding a pyramid pose. So just to kind of set up the anatomy or the kind of logistics of pyramid pose, crescent is here. It's really long. Warrior 1 is here. Pyramid is the smallest. So they're both shapes with our right foot forward and our left foot a little bit out to the side. But this is the smallest of the 3, if that helps. You can grab reach high. Inhale. And then exhale, fold just to a flat back. Stare down at the right big toe. Nice long spine. You should feel the right hip kind of resting in the hip joint. 2 more breaths. Release the hands down the right leg and see if you can keep the hips straight. So your hips are going to want to swing over to the right side. Your head's going to want to pull over to the left. Try to keep pulling the crown of the head forward. If your hands are just resting on the right path, that's definitely all right. 1 more breath here. Step your left foot forward, 2 fist distance between your feet. So we're going to set up for yogi toe lock here. Peace sign fingers wrap around the big toes. So the reason we have all that space between our feet is we're imagining one day our head would go between the knees. Deep fold, chest on the thighs. Head is nice and heavy, 5 breaths. With your next breath, you can begin to come back up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, reach up, rise up, and then all the way back down. Move through a vinyasa or step right to down dog. And then from here, left leg reaches high. We'll take the same sequence on the opposite side. Fan the hip or bend and unbend the knee. One last breath. All right, little lunge. Left foot steps forward, right knee comes down. Untuck those right toes. Wiggle that left foot forward. See if you can come further than it did earlier in class. Arms reach. We're going to take those 5 dynamic stretches with half split. So exhale, fold. Here we go. Inhale, reach high. Exhale. 4, reach up. Exhale, hold. 3. Exhale. 2. Last one. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold down. Hands can stay on the mat as we make our way to a low crescent lunge. So the right toes tucked behind us. Sometimes people like a little bit of a wider stance in crescent, so they have a better foundation and they have better balance. So lift that right knee up as you're ready, and then hover the chest, reach the arms high. We're just here for 3 breaths. Think about scissoring the thighs. So you're closing a pair of scissors, imagining your thighs, so kind of squeezing them towards each other. I hope you can see that micro movement in my legs, squeezing my legs towards each other. 1 more breath. From here, coming into standing split. So take a couple hops to get there if needed. You just lift that leg as high as is comfortable. And we're not going to worry about square hips. Just lift it to where it feels good for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step back. We're finding pyramid pose. So we'll do that same little check-in, right? Here's crescent, here's warrior 1, pyramid is the smallest. Reach for opposite elbows, or just put the hands on the hips. Let the lungs expand. Exhale, fold to flat back. With your next breath, let the hands slide down the left leg. If you feel pain on the back of the left leg, step the back foot in. If you're not feeling any stretch, the back foot can step further away from you. Maybe the head can be really heavy here. And with your next round of breath, step the right foot forward, 2 fist distance between the feet, set up for Gorilla Lunge, Padahastasana. So the hands slide under the feet, the toes come really close to the wrists. I always kind of rest on my watch. And then from here, let that head be really heavy, tuck the chin in, bend the knees if needed. If the legs are really easily straight and you can maintain that thigh to belly contact, then bend into the arms. Another 3 breaths. With your next breath, gaze forward. Don't release the hands from your feet just yet. Stretch out the back body. Now release the hands from the feet. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, we'll plant the hands. Come right back into our down dog. I'll take a breath here in case anyone needs that vinyasa. And as you're ready, we're gonna lift our right leg and step it through to a crescent lunge. So we've been in a crescent before. We won't be here long, it's just a transition. So from your crescent, place your left heel on the ground. I don't know if you can see my right leg, believe you can. My right toes instantly kind of pop up. So we're gonna do these kind of like shifting, intense stretches. So allow the hands to come down to the earth or down to blocks or 2 thick tissue boxes. Again, if you have them on the left or the right leg, that's fine. But I'm lifting my right toes up, finding this intense stretch there. Again, we want a little discomfort, but definitely not pain. And then I'm shifting forward, right toes plant, left heel lifts. So you can see I'm stretching out different parts of my leg there. Now I feel the stretch here. The back of the right leg. We'll do 4 more like that. Shift back, right toes lift, left heel plants. Forward again. Now the stretch comes into the back of the right leg. 3, right toes lifts. Shifting forward, left heels lift, shift back. Forward, 2 more. And then from here, we're gonna come into a standing balance. So, come to stand on the right leg, draw the left knee into the chest, and then however you need to get there, bring the hands to prayer. So we'll just find this kind of tree prep shape. We're actually not going into tree, we're going into standing hand to toe, but it's an easy way to explain this. All right, so options, we can either take standing hand to toe or standing hand to knee. If you know you don't have good flexibility in your hamstrings, this is a nice option. So I'll stay here so I can talk and demo. All right, from here, we're gonna just hold this leg nice and straight, right arm can extend out long. Try to find a drizzy point, something that doesn't move as I fall out. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allow the leg to come over to the left side, maybe gaze over to the right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Close the knee off. If you have the knee, you're gonna extend the leg out long. Make sure you don't dump your chest back. Keep the shoulders forward. Point your toes. My balance is terrible today. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place that foot down. So if you have the toe pointed, hopefully you felt that in the hip. If you flex the toes, you feel it more in the core. So we're trying to isolate that hip. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold down, make your way back to down dog. Again, if you'd like the vinyasa, I'll take a moment and breathe so you can do that. And then lift the left leg high, step the left leg through. We're finding crescent lunge again. We're just here really quickly, it's just a transition. And then from here, coming into our intense stretch shape. So my right heel's down, my left toes are lifting up. So walking the back leg, so this is comfortable for you. Blocks are really helpful here. Tissue boxes, Harry Potter books. If you're my mom, you're using a version of Shakespeare. We'll take this for 5. Shift forward. And back. 4. Right heel lifts. Left toes lift. 3. Right heels lift. Left heels lift. 2. Last one. All right, then you ground down through the left foot. We're going to come into that standing hand to toe or standing hand to knee prep. So however you need to get there, you take a break along the way, no sweat. All right. Allow the right hand to wrap around the right knee or to wrap around the right big toe, your choice. Find that Drizzy point. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allow the leg to come out to the side. Maybe you can gaze over the left shoulder. Engage the glutes. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that knee back to center. Extend the leg out long. Point the toes. Again, try to send the shoulders forward just a hair so you don't lose the core engagement. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down. All right, one last standing sequence. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold down. You can take the vinyasa if you'd like. And from here, step your right foot right behind the right hand. We'll come into warrior 1. So we were here before, earlier tonight, when we took our sun salutations in B. So this should be a familiar shape. The left heel is planted, the left toe is pointed to the top left corner of the mat. One more round of breath here. Maybe find an opening through the Achilles and the left calf. And then straighten through the right leg, turn the shoulders over to the left. So a different way to come into triangle pose. I think it's a nicer and easier stance. The hips are more open. Allow the right arm to reach over and slide down the right leg. Maybe say it just reaches the calf or the knee. Maybe it reaches the ankle. But make sure that left shoulder pulls back. Ease up the left thumb. We'll take 3 full breaths. As you're ready, allow the body to come back up. If you haven't used a block before, this is a great place for one. So this is kind of like my kryptonite. We're taking a revolved triangle, which for me is the hardest shape. So I'm going to put the block in my left hand, reach it forward. Easiest spot is to the inside of my left foot. A little harder is in front of it. Hardest still is to the outside of my left foot. So because I'm feeling pretty open today, that's where I'll go. So it's to the outside of that foot. Left hand places down, right hand to hip, right arm reaches high. Breathe through it. Try to keep the legs straight, a little micro bend, don't lock out. One more breath here. And as you're ready, release that down. We're gonna come into lizard lunge. So wiggle the right foot out to the right side, and then kind of heel toe that left foot back just a hair. So great place to keep the block still, especially if you need a little assistance in your lizard. You can put your hands on the block if you want the active lizard. If you know you'd like to go deeper, drop the left knee, untuck the left toes. If you know that you have open hips, you can allow the hands to come down to the earth, maybe the forearms come down to the earth. That doesn't really happen on this side of my body. All right, so we'll be here for about 5 breaths. If you have a deeper variation or you want to play with an arm balance, this is a great place. But for me, just trying to get my hips open, releasing a lot of this kind of pent up emotion and pent up kind of like deep muscle pain is really helpful with a longer hold. Taking one last breath wherever you are, and then we'll make our way into our peak pose. I'm sure none of you guys forgot, we're going into full split or half split, your choice. So I'm beginning to sink my hips back. I'm standing up on my left knee, my right leg is out nice and straight. So if I feel like I want to go deeper, I would just wiggle that right foot farther forward. If you have a sticky mat, sometimes your foot's gonna fight you, and you might just have to like walk your way into it. So from your angle, I think it looks like I'm in a full split. I'm not actually, just know there's a few inches here. I'm not touching the earth. If this feels hard, maybe you fold forward over the right leg. But let your body be where it is. Give yourself at least 5 breaths in your deepest place. Again, discomfort is okay. Pain is not what we want. So if you're feeling pain, come out, roll onto the right hip. Another 2 breaths. Last breath here. And then I'm rolling over that right hip, letting my legs swing around. All right, no really graceful transition. I just cross my legs in front of me and pop back up into my down dog. Lift the left leg comes forward to warrior 1. Last standing sequence on the left side. Deep bend in the left knee. Another 2 breaths. Hopefully feel this a little bit in your Achilles and your calf. If not, you might need a longer stance. Straighten the left leg, turn the shoulders over to the right side. So an untraditional way to come into Trikonasana, but it should give you a little bit more ability to come deeper on the leg. So if I do it like this, I can grab my toe. If I do it regular from warrior 2, that never happens. Gaze up at your right hand. One last breath. Come back up. We'll prep for revolved triangle. So blocking the right hand is helpful. You need to wiggle that right foot in a little so it's a little more accessible, feel free. Again, the hand can come, the block can come to the inside of the foot, in front of the foot, or on the outside. So I'll try to go with this place on the outside. Left shoulder to my left hip to start. And then turning my chest over to the left side, reaching that arm open. 3 breaths. Last breath here. All right, beautiful. You can move that block out to the side. We'll come into our lizard. Left foot wiggles out to the left side. Inchworm that right knee back. Again, if you want the lifted lizard, you can stay up here. Maybe hands are on blocks. Flossing out the hips, feeling any sticky spots. Or if you're working on hip flexors, trying to open those up, feel free to drop the knee down and come to your deepest place. We want to have the elbows in line with our heels here. So make sure that you're not putting them really far out in front or that your foot isn't really far away from your upper body. Gaze forward of the mat, soften through the jaw. See if you can relax through the face. Another 2 breaths here. And then beginning to make your way up, you can move that block out of the way. If you know you're going to half split, maybe you feel like using blocks is helpful. Again, we can just hang out here working on the hamstring stretch in the left leg. Or if you know you want to try full split, feel free to walk those right toes back, wiggle those left toes forward. You might be surprised, one side is usually a lot better than the other. Usually this is my good side. And again, we'll try to stay here for 5 breaths. So easiest is folding the body over the leg. That releases a little bit of like that fear emotion. Hardest is reaching the hands high. 2 more breaths as you are. And then allow yourself to fall over to that left side. All right, we're gonna just swing our legs out long, moving right into Janu Shirshasana. So right leg comes out long, left knee bends in. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hinge fold over the right leg. You can easily grab onto your foot, try to slide the hands down to the heel. Otherwise, grab onto the calf or maybe grab onto the ankle. And then begin to come back up. We're going to take a twisted Janu Shirshasana here. So take your right hand and bring it to the outside of your left knee. Flex your right toes and we'll take this triangle-like shape where it feels like a side angle, but rolling the left shoulder back. Sweep that left arm over. So I'm not really trying to reach for the toe, but I'm reaching up and over. Stretches in the low back on the left side. Send the left knee towards the earth, another 2 breaths here. Allow that left hand to come down behind you, modified gate pose. Use the left knee as a kickstand, right arm reaches back, maybe come onto the right toes. 2 full breaths. And then release the hips down to the earth. Switch out the legs. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, flex the left toes towards you, come into your deepest place. Stay with your steady, even breath here. With your inhale, come up, we'll take a twisted variation. So the left hand comes to the outside of the right knee, and then turn your shoulders kind of over to the right side. From here, you reach over. So again, I'm finding the stretch along my right side body into my back body. Maybe gaze up underneath the armpit. Flex those left toes. 1 last breath. Modified gate, right hand plants, right knee presses you up. 2 breaths. And as you're ready, release the hips back down to the earth. We'll take 2 rounds of Paschimottanasana. The first one I like to take with bent knees. And a little bit of space between my legs like I would have done in a gorilla. Wrap the hands underneath the knees. We're just releasing our low back here. Maybe the head falls between the knee joints. Just let gravity do the work. With your next breath, set up for reverse tabletop. Hands come behind you, fingers point in towards the seat, and then walk your heels in. Press the hips up to meet the knees. Head can fall back, 2 lion's breaths. Feel free to stick out the tongue. Inhale. Release the hips back down. We'll take one more forward fold. This one coming to your deepest place. So you can allow the hands to come down the legs. Again, if you can reach the feet, fantastic. Try not to reach for the toes. Try to, again, continue with that thigh to belly contact. Or think about that idea. 3 breaths. And then as you begin to come back up, you can take a reverse tabletop again, or if you want to take a deeper variation, you can take a reverse plank. So I like to step my feet out a little bit, press my toes and my heels together, or at least have the feet kind of lined up. You're not turning your feet out, that's confusing. And then from here, lift up, let the head fall back again, 2 more lion's breaths, inhale, stick out the tongue. Last one. Release the hips down to the earth. We'll bend our knees in and come down onto our back, finding a few rounds of bridge, maybe moving into wheel. We haven't done a lot of heart openers tonight, so unless you regularly practice wheel, I wouldn't take it for tonight. But I'll offer 3 different variations of bridge, which should just be enough to flush out the hips, flush out the front body. So reach your hands down in the direction of the heels, and then just make sure you have a little space between them, enough space for your low back. From here, press down the hands, press down the heels, lift the hips up. Imagine you're squeezing a block between the knees. So the knees don't touch, but they're actively drawing closer to one another. 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. We'll take 2 more rounds of bridge. If you'd like a supported bridge, sliding a block under your sacrum, feel free to take that at any point. With our next round, press the heels down, press into the shoulders. With one shoulder then the other underneath the body, interlace the fingers. So you can press the fist into the earth. Hips come a little higher. Really press into the big toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. Beautiful. So I'm going to take a supported bridge here. So if you have a block, feel free to do this. If you want a wheel or either of those variations, also nice options. So I'm lifting my hips, placing the block under my sacrum. And I can either stay here if I want to stretch more of my hip flexors, walk my legs out long. I can allow the hands to come down by the side body, and I'll just stay here for 5. Take 1 more breath wherever you are. If you have a block under your sacrum, plant the heels again, lift the hips, move the props out of the way. And we'll just draw our knees into the chest, finding a gentle hug, a little rock from side to side. Noticing how the body feels. Hopefully you've released a little tension since we've begun class. We'll come into some supine twists. We haven't done a lot of twisting tonight, but if you'd like to take them deeper, feel free to take eagle legs, crossing right leg over left, and then kind of lifting those legs up, letting them fall over to the left side. Right arm can extend out long, gaze over towards the right. Maybe you invite the eyes to close, just let the face be soft. one more breath in this space. Allow the legs to come back to center. If you took those eagle legs, uncross them. This time the right leg is down, the left leg is on top. Lift the feet up, let them fall over to the right. Left arm extends out long. Let that left shoulder stay tacked down to the earth. Another 5 breaths. With your next breath, you can bring the legs back into center, giving them a little bit of a hug. If you need any other postures or poses to close out your practice, feel free to take them here. Maybe today you just take a little happy baby, reaching for the big toes or the insides or the outsides of the feet, your choice. But just a nice hamstring stretch since we've done so much work with them today. If you're taking this shape, try to make sure the tailbone remains on the earth so we're not lifting our butt up super high, although that looks entertaining. But just try to press the tailbone down like you're crushing a grape underneath your body, and the entire spine presses into the yoga. Maybe straighten one leg out long, last hamstring stretch. Hopefully that feels good. And then bend into the other knee, straighten out the opposite leg. Giving the body one last hug, thanking yourself for making it onto your mat, just taking some time out for self-care, for being together with your yoga community today. And then releasing everything out long, coming into your Shavasana shape. Traditional Shavasana, we would allow the hands to be down by the side body, the shoulders and head to be heavy on the mat. Toes can fall out to the sides of the room. If you prefer another shape, so maybe the soles of the feet pressing into the earth and the knees pointing out towards the ceiling with a slight tilt of the pelvis, maybe that feels better in the low back. Today, maybe you bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart, just acknowledging the rise and the fall of your breath. But wherever you are, finding a place where you can be still. Still in the body, still in the mind. Trying to let your thoughts pass away from you. And we'll spend the next few moments here in silence for rest and for peace. Slowly letting yourself come back. Finding little movements through the fingers and toes. Maybe you roll out the ankles and the wrists. You can reach your arms overhead, find a full body stretch, and roll over to your favorite side. And then as you're ready, slowly beginning to make your way back up. Finding a comfortable seat, whatever shape that looks like in your body. Maybe you allow the hands to come and rest on the thighs. Palms can face down this evening for a firm foundation. For finding stability on certain chaotic times, or maybe today the palms face up. Allowing your heart to be open, allowing you to find acceptance for yourself, acceptance for others in your life. Returning to your intention if you set one for tonight's class. Or maybe coming back to that idea of the other side of anger. So not just letting our anger be this retributive, negative, toxic force, but rather maybe letting that outrage bubble up into action. Maybe affecting change in your family, in your community, maybe just affecting change in yourself. With your next round of breath, you can bring your hands together in heart center. We'll close out our practice with a single sound of Om, the sound of all living things. Inhale deeply. Exhale, sigh out. Inhale for Om. With your next breath, your hands can come to the third eye center. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be free from suffering. May you be well. May you be at peace. May you be joyful. May all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be well. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be joyful. Namaste.